What's going on? This is Bryson Paul with This Is 50, and we got the one and only 50 Cent in the building, man, to talk about Power Force.
When we get to this song, like I had to make something that felt like Chicago, and it was important that it was a song to me, not just like a collage of things put on to one production. You know what I'm saying? So I had to perform my verse multiple times, and Jeremiah had to change tones on the chorus. So we went through it a few times, but Dirk got a version of it that was worked on. So he did his one shot, and we all put it together, and it worked out pretty good.
Okay, and then speaking of Jeremiah, you've been a real advocate of his, an ally of his for many years now. How does it feel watching him go through his career and you being so supportive to now being able to cast him, not only cast him, but have him be a part of a song that represents his city?
Right. This is dope. Like Jeremiah's, look, he's probably the most underrated artist around. Like if you listen to the tones of the records that he's singing, the range, it's way different. Probably he's one of the top R&B singers at the present moment. And then good lyrically, when they don't actually care about hitting the notes like that, he says some shit in the records. But like, so this is when he first came, he told them he wanted to feature with me. He did a song. He had them, they didn't send me the record. I ran into him, he's like, yo, did you get the song? I'm like, nah. He's like, I said, yo, I gave it to you. Like, I listened to the record. I'm like, yo, why they didn't send it to me? It's a hit. They said, well, you didn't have it in the budget for him to. So you didn't send it to me because it wasn't in the budget? Like, at least let me hear the record, right? It was a hit. It's the #1 record. It's down on me. You see what I'm saying? That's the record that we did together that they didn't send to me, that was a hit record. I'm like, yo, this shit is hot, bro. Why you didn't just send it to me? So I did it anyway, and then it turns into a hit record. But Def Jam they weren't supportive of him at that point. This is why our relationship is the way it is. Because they weren't supportive of him for whatever reasons at that point. I had to give, after the record was the right record, they put another song out to help set up Ludacris, because Ludacris' album was coming out. And then I'm like, yo, that's the wrong record. This is the record. I had to go give Chelsea, at the time I was dating Chelsea Handler, I gave Chelsea the actual joint. She got the little guy to make a video with it. And the shit got like 30 million views on YouTube over the weekend. And all of a sudden they found the money and they wanted to shoot the music video for that song. And this is why me and Jeremiah click like that all the time.
Yo, probably my favorite outlet that I'm gonna talk to all day.
Let's do it. I gotta ask you, first and foremost, you have a new show. It's your own show now. So I gotta ask you, you get a theme song. So by 50 Cent. So I wanted to get your first reaction on hearing the theme song for Power Force.
I think it's the best theme song of all the theme songs. Definitely. I think that it encapsulates and embodies Tommy. It's got that Grim Reaper Halloween vibe. It's got that travel vibe. It's kind of a timeless theme song, and it incorporates what the show is. 50 Cent, the most New York guy you're ever gonna find in your life. But then it's complemented on either side by two Chicagoans, Jeremiah and Lil Durk. So, I mean, this is the cream of the crop right here. So I couldn't be, and man, come on, those bars hit hard and they're great. So I think that people are going to be singing that. And I think that the theme song is going to be on heavy rotation on the radio.
No doubt. And then being that 50 won't be in the show, being
that we know of. Hey, Kanan has made an appearance in every single aspect of Power so far.
I mean, but with this being canon, it's more like, okay, he's gone, so he won't be. And then like Tommy didn't need Ghost, didn't need Kanan like Tariq and Ghost. So I want to ask you, going into this, what kind of mind state will Tommy be in?
Survival mindset, because he really has nothing. I mean, he's got a bag of cash, couple of guns, couple of changes of clothes, and just his skin. That's it. So he's gone. New York's in the rearview mirror, but it's not in the rearview mirror, I think, as hopeful as we saw him when he was leaving in the second half of the 6th season of Power, with a little bit of a smirk and I can do this, because we saw that he had to have come back. and said, I have some unfinished business with Tariq and Tasha. So he comes back, and then when he leaves New York for good, I think it hits him. I really can't go back. I don't have Ghost. My brother is gone. Tariq and Tasha have turned their back on him. His own mother has disowned him. Lakeisha is dead, obviously. Holly and the unborn child are dead. The mob with Vincent Ragni and the whole Italians are against him and looking for him. The Serbs are blaming him for the death of Jason Michich, their boss. The Tejadas are now against him. He's got nobody. I mean, he can't return home. So when he makes a pit stop in Chicago on his way out west, you know, when he surveys the city and says, you know what, maybe this city has got something for me. I think that another famous New Yorker did the same thing and took over, named Al Capone. So we have to see what happens next.
And then entering Power Force, you have a whole new cast. You're pretty much by yourself from as far as a returning, other than the Mustang. But I got to ask you, is there anybody in the Power universe that you would love to see cameo in Power Force?
Oh my gosh, I got to tell you, the person that I would most love to see in Power Force, but it might be curtains for Tommy if that happens, would be Shane Johnson as Cooper Saxe. Because I think Shane is a brilliant actor, and he's also enough where he always throws a monkey wrench into it. Just when you think things are going well for you, for better, for worse, if you think that he's your ally, things get screwed up. If you think he's your foe, things get screwed up. And it would drive Tommy crazy, because I don't think Tommy wanted to kill anybody more towards the end of the show than Cooper Saxe, and Ghost wouldn't let him. So that would be interesting for me, because I'd love Shane Johnson.
Definitely. Well, I mean, I was going to say Tariq, but we already know how that planned out. But I definitely look forward to season 1 of Force. It's an amazing show. It comes on Sundays, February 6th, correct?
On Stars, or you can watch it on Stars Play and get the app.
We got the one and only, man, award-winning singer, songwriter, and now actor, Jeremih, man. Hey, Jeremih, gotta tell you, first and foremost, man, I gotta ask you, how does it feel joining the Power universe?
Hey man, it's incredible, man. I never thought, and I'd be known singing, let alone on the screen acting now. So shout out to 50, man, who always coming through and making me push the button a little bit, push the needle. So being on there and being around the cast, man, is incredible, bro. All in all.
Now, definitely 50 has always been an ally of yours and always bigged you up in every chance he got throughout the years. How'd it feel coming full circle? Like, you guys not only got to do the music, but you also got to be a part of a production that he put together, and he sought you out, being that you a Chicago native, to rep Chicago and, come in and be a force.
I was super solid, as he's always been. Actually, at that time, I had just got released from the hospital. I went through I was super down last year, like down bad. So when I had actually spoke with him, he had mentioned it to me. It was like, yo, if you do this, you can smoke it. Like, this would be a new opportunity for you. And he put me in tune with the perspectives. And then from then on, honestly, it was history. So, once again, shouts to 50. I never, it's not like seen on the mic, don't get me wrong. Because when I got on camera the first time, boy, I was shook almost. I forgot all the lines I had memorized. But over the time, I just started to get a little more comfortable, especially being around Tommy. Even to be, around him and working with him, especially in my hometown, I think it's dope. At the end of the day, as a Power fan myself from the jump, even seeing the most recent with Tariq, I'm always in tune. The drugs, sex, and violence, I'm watching it, and so just to be a part of it with this season, man, it's gonna be dope, and I think it's gonna actually do very well compared to from what I've seen. I don't know the whole plot and whatnot, but I think it's gonna be dope compared to even the others.
Now, I definitely want to talk about that. How did it feel just being on set, on scene with Joseph for the first time for you?
I was nervous. I don't get too nervous like that, but just knowing I didn't like in the season, I don't play like me. I don't play Jeremiah. I play actually a person named Elijah, who's somewhat kind of like at odds with Joseph. So at the end of the day, at first, he was kind of like, he didn't know this, but he was helping me learn how to actually act, because I was just kind of just taking notes. Like, okay, he got a different little face when the camera turned on. You know what I'm saying? It's like little things that I was just taking notes of. So, just working next to him, I learned a lot even for this to be my first time actually on screen and acting from him. And he just didn't know that until probably right now. Hopefully you watch this. So.
Now explain the difference between reality TV and actual filming, production filming.
I happen to have my fair share of reality TV, just just popping in and out. But somewhat is reality done, and that was being me at that time with the camera. And of course, it was on my cheek the whole time. But filming, I didn't never know how movies were being even filmed and produced. But until I got, this wasn't like we were doing hella takes from a reality show. Like they taking what they had and just did what they wanted people to see with reality show, at the end of the day. So it's semi-reality, but they, of course, they want, a little friction in there. But with this, just being able to memorize your lines, I didn't know how the whole process of it was. So that's really the difference to me. That's all.
Gabrielle Ryan, Shane Harper from Power Force, obviously. And first, I want to get started. How's it feel joining the Power universe?
Oh man, I mean, it's just fantastic. I think we're all just huge Power fans. I was definitely an avid Power fan from the beginning. Huge crush on the Tommy character. Tommy was always my favorite. So being on this particular spin-off is just a dream come true. What 50 Cent and Courtney Kemp have created is just amazing. And it's a testament to all the spin-offs that we have. And we cannot wait for the world to see Power Book 4 Force. And what we have for you with our new characters, and it's going to be great.
Yeah, we're all fans first, and like huge fans of Joseph, obviously, and the character of Tommy Egan. It makes it all that much more special to be a part of his spinoff, and we're ready to claim that #1 spot, right, Gabrielle? We're ready.
Yes, I mean, aren't we there already? It's not even out.
Okay. So how do you guys feel about the pressure of, because every Power series that has came out has ended up being #1 out the gate. So how does it feel? How does the pressure feel on you guys to follow up?
Listen, I didn't think about the pressure until now. So now I do feel pressure.
No, there's no pressure. We got Tommy leading the way. There's no pressure. Right. We're fine. We're gonna be just fine. We got Tommy in the blue Mustang just ripping off in the Chicago. We're gonna be good. I'm excited.
Not only that, we got Shane, man, who is really the arch nemesis of Tommy in the series. So I'm going to ask you, Shane, how does it feel going toe to toe with Tommy? Even as an actor, just as a character, everything. You are pretty much going to go toe to toe with Tommy this season or this series.
No, it's a great question. I appreciate it. It's so cool, first of all, to be in scenes with Joseph, working with him as an actor. He's such a great actor. He elevates everybody around him, and his game is just at top level. So you've got to bring yours. And as a character, like, it's great. Obviously, I know Vic doesn't know who Tommy Egan is. I know who Tommy Egan is, and I'm like, dude, you do not know who you're messing with. He's coming at him a little bit hard, but it's gonna be fun. I can't wait for the fans to kind of watch their relationship as it takes twists and turns. And I think they will come to blows, and we'll see what's up when that happens.
Definitely. And then Gabrielle, I want to ask you, how do you feel about playing such an important role on the series? Because you play one of the most important roles on the series without giving anything away.
Yeah, no, without giving too much away, it's such an honor. I'm so grateful to be playing Gloria in the show. Being opposite Joseph Sikora in scenes is fantastic. He is so unpredictable. What Joseph has done with the Tommy character is just incredible. And, it's a true testament to even why we have the spinoff. The character is so amazing. And, being Gloria as a part of his world now is really, really amazing to play. And, you see pretty quickly that they become fast friends, as I like to put it. And yeah, without giving too much away, it's let's see where it goes. Can Gloria be the one to tame Tommy? I don't think Tommy can be tamed.
Man, if you guys don't know him from their previous work, man, you guys will know him in Power Force, because they definitely steal the show as two of the funniest people on the show. I'm gonna
come on, man.
All right, we got Isaac Keys and Chris Lofton, man. How's it feel joining the Power universe first and foremost?
Amazing, man. It feels amazing to be here. I'm excited to be doing press and just everything that comes with it, because this is all new. We've all worked before. Isaac has worked on so many things. I have too, but this is my first real deal series regular. We're on the show, and not just any show. We're not just on any show, we're on the show, you know? So this means everything to me. And I'm just excited.
Yeah, man.
Sure. How you feel? How you feel, Isaac?
Oh man, come on, man. Hey, you know what the vibe is, man. It's Power Book for a Force, baby. They this universe is something special, man. And the fans have made it that way. And I think, with stars and everybody involved, like 50, and then like you're saying, come on, man. We're talking about Tommy Egan, we talking about Joseph Sikora. We're talking about what is he doing with the blue Mustang when it's pulling up, what's happening? Because something's about to go down. So being a part of this show, man, it's like I've always watched it, but now I'm implementing myself as a character in the show. And me and Chris, we have conversations about it sometimes where we're just like, we're kind of in awe, like, sometimes we're fans, but now we're in the show. And it's like, sometimes it's like stepping outside of your body, the outer body experience, being in Power Book, for us. And I'm just excited about it, excited to be a part of this universe and to be working with this amazing cast, bro.
Like I said, you and Chris and Isaac, you guys are brothers in the show. Mm-hmm. And you guys built a chemistry that turns into hilarious commentary back and forth like real brothers. So I want to ask you, what was it like just getting to know each other on set and just bringing that to life?
No, man, like honestly, like you said, it feels like that because we really did build that brotherhood. Like we would be in Chicago, I would come to his house, he would come to mine. We worked on the script together, we ran our lines, but not only that, we did human things together. Like we went out, we tried to go out, we COVID, right. We did our protocols, but we tried to go little places where it might just be us, hang out, do this, have a drink together, do brotherly things, watch a football game, watch this together. And like, so we really built that camaraderie. Like we would bump heads on our music choices. I want to listen to this, he wants to listen to that. Man, turn that off. Why would you listen? It turned into that in real life. So I think that it shows on screen, and I guess apparently it does because you saw it. So that's beautiful to hear, man. That makes me feel great to hear that. I guess we did our job.
It feels great because Chris is giving you the nicer version of it. As I'm saying, like we were fortunate to know each other before we got the roles, and I used to say, hey, Chris, he a wild boy. And look, I see him outside in LA sometimes, like, oh, he a wild boy, and I love this work. So I loved everything he did already. So when we came to this and we found out we both had the role, we playing brother, it was like, hell yeah. Like it's the dynamics already there because I'm already feel like an older brother to Chris anyway. Like he said, we talk about music. I'm gonna put some old school R&B on. He's like, man, come on, man. We ain't on no road trip. What we doing? That's something my mama done put on. Be like, bro, for real, man, sit back, relax. He's like, man, forget that, So we had a great dynamic already going into it. All we had to do was put the work in and Power allowed us to do it.
And then with Power Force starting off a new landscape in the Power universe, you guys represent pretty much like Chicago. So I want to, what kind of responsibility was that for you guys? Or how did you guys take that responsibility on?
Well, for me, I wear that responsibility every day. I'm from Chicago. I'm a Chicagoan. I moved from Chicago to LA. I did the cliche one-way ticket with a backpack, no job, don't know what I'm about to do, but I know I'm going to be on TV. I did that. So to actually come back to Chicago and be on a show, not just any show, but be on Power Book 4 Force with Tommy Egan in my city, it means everything. Like, I know I have the backdrop on my computer right now is my cast chair with my name on it. When I first saw it with the Chicago skyline behind it. And it's like, I remember walking to the train station right there to go to an audition. And now my chair for Power Book 4 Force is right here in the same spot. So it's things like that I just can't get that. You can't pay for that. You can't buy that. It just means more to me than anything.
Yeah, it was important to me because, Chris being from Chicago and me being his brother, I know I had to make sure I brought the value of, Chicago. And it's also important because my mother was born in Chicago and my great aunt was there too as well. So it was important to me to continue to make sure, we continue because Chicago it's a culturally rich city, you know what I mean? And they have a lot of pride in the city. And me being from St. Louis, I always look at Chicago like the big cousin or, or the big rep sibling or something. So it was important to come back, but, just pay homage to the city, man. It's a historical city. There's so many things that happened there, and been a part of. So it's like, and now my, friends and family. So we like, you can't come there half stepping in Chicago because they're going to call you out. Chris kept me in check.
We got two very special guests in this Power Universe week that we're about to have as Power Force comes into the canon. We got two new cast members joining the Power Universe, and Lily Simmons and the great Tommy Flanagan. What's going on, guys? How does it feel joining the Power Universe?
Amazing. We love it. So exciting.
Absolutely love it. It's very exciting. It's very exciting, and what a world to get jump into. Yeah.
We're on the Tommy Egan show.
Okay, and then let's lead into that. So what were you guys' first thoughts of Joseph Sequoia working with him on this show, on this brand new show?
I mean, I love him so much. I knew his work from before. We worked on 2 different projects, but we didn't have scenes together. So we laughed and we're like, well, 3rd time's a charm. Let's go. Let's do this.
Right.
He's wonderful. He's incredible. He's so talented, and he took care of his cast and crew so much. He is nothing but the best.
Yeah, Tommy's something spectacular. I mean, Joseph's an incredible talent. He's a great leader. He's a very smart man. And you combine all that, you got yourself a hit show. And you throw in Tommy Egan, and you got yourself a hit show. So, yeah, I'm very pleased to be working with Joseph. I think he's a phenomenal talent. You know what I'm trying to say. He's an amazing talent.
No doubt.
Phenomenal talent.
And you guys play pretty much the big bads in the series.
Yeah.
So how did you guys prepare for, to be a I would say antagonist character in the show, just being the boss family? Like, you guys are pretty much the end game. Like, if anything goes wrong in the city, it's y'all that handle it. If anything you guys want taken care of is getting taken care of. How does it feel being the big boss of the series?
Tommy?
Well, like I was saying, the Flynns have been around for quite a long time, so they must be doing something right. You don't survive in that world for 30-something years without doing something correct, without having something up your sleeve. And both Walter's kids, Claudia and Victor, have never been shielded from this world, so they're aware of what's going on, and they've learned what's going on. So they're equally, if not more so, ready to take on Tommy Egan and anything Chicago can throw at them.
How do you feel, Lily?
Absolutely agree with that. Yeah, I think Tommy Egan isn't just going to be able to walk in and do his thing. I think he's got a lot of roadblocks in his way. He's got the Flynns, not only Walter, Shane Harper, who plays Vic, my brother, me. I don't think he's prepared for someone who's as smart as he is, or possibly smarter.
Well, the fans will definitely be rooting against you guys, obviously.
Oh.
We got, with the rollout of Power Force, we got 2 great actors that will enter the Power universe, in Lucian Cambrick and Anthony Fleming, joining the Power Force cast.
It feels surreal. Like, it is a great experience. Joseph is such a great actor, and he really embodies the Tommy role. So I think that the Tommy that fans knew and love, you're gonna just see more of it in this show. And it's incredible working next to him. He's a wise actor.
How about you?
Definitely. Joseph is someone I've worked with for over 20 years. He's from Chicago. We grew up together doing theater. So to come, on this platform with this show with Power Book Force is amazing. He is someone who wants everybody in the room to succeed and be their best. He is someone who knows everybody's name in the room, and he's just a consummate professional, and that's always amazing to work with.
Now, you 2 represent the inner workings of Chicago in this series. So I got to ask you guys, how did you guys feel on taking that responsibility, and what do you guys plan to bring that is that Chicago style to the series?
Both of us are sons of Chicago, so I think it's just going to provide a level of authenticity to Power Book Force that the fans will definitely click into and recognize and appreciate.
Yeah, for sure. The authenticness of it. Authentic authenticness of it makes great TV. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm excited about. They got Chicago natives playing Chicago roles, and I think it's going to make the storyline real, you know? And I think that's what's important. Keeping it real and keeping it great.
No doubt. Now, 50 is definitely heavily involved in this part of the series, even though he's not on the show like he would normally be on, like Raising Kanan or Power, or the First Power, or even Power Book Ghost. So I want to ask you, Lucian, how does it feel working with 50? And then Anthony, you can follow up the same question.
It feels so great to be a part of 50's team. I think that everybody that's working on this show is really putting their heart into it. You know, like Courtney Kemp, like she was in every single table read, and with COVID going on, the dynamics of how we work together changed. But I think that everybody was very much involved with the production of this show. So I know that it's going to be a great season.
It definitely is. You know, all of the EPs, all of the writers, Courtney Kemp, Fifth being on the show, like Lucian said, always present and always listening to the actors, listening to us at the table reads, and, you know, going back and, you know, rewriting stuff based off what we were giving them with the material, you know, a lot of the time. So just, you know, a lot of just putting in just the energy and our talents into the story, as well as their talent as writers and producers.
Now, Anthony, you play an important role in the series. I want to ask you, what do you think people will be not surprised at, but will be drawn to you the most as in this character?
I think people will be drawn to just JP Gibbs being someone from the city where Tommy is coming as a newbie, and he's coming to a city where he has to learn and adapt to a new city, to new racial lines, to a new grid, you know, to where things and how things move here. And I think JP being a jazz musician, he's definitely someone who is used to adaptation and improv, you know, so there's definitely a lot of parallels between the Tommy character and between JP's character.
Definitely. Well, we definitely look forward to seeing you guys have very important moments in Power Force Season 1, which airs February 6th on Stars. If you guys don't have the Stars app, make sure you go get it right now. Indeed. And then Lucian, hey, Anthony, we definitely look forward to seeing you guys do some amazing things in this season and seasons after this, because we definitely know it's going to get picked up for a second, third, fourth, fifth, even seventh season. So
yeah.
We got I'm Boom. This is 50. You got Lucian Cambrick and Anthony Fleming. We out of here.